It is much more cost-effective to lease existing public and private facilities to accommodate many of the proposed needs, such as tennis courts, soccer fields, tracks, football fields, and swimming pools, etc. Has the district ever considered giving credit to students who participate in sports or private lessons outside of normal school hours? Derby, Mays, and Andover utilize YMCA's and swim club. Capon does not have a football field. For years, they leased Carpenter Stadium at South High, and now they are leasing Cessna Stadium. There are two Des Moines school suburbs of Des Moines that have tried to pass a bond several times, and the bond continues to fail. So they arranged a joint use agreement with the Y for the pool facilities. Everyone wins, and the schools are not saddled with the exorbitant maintenance costs associated with pools. And speaking of maintenance costs, has anyone at USD 259 calculated the additional maintenance costs $370 million of capital outlay will incur? Aviation and technology. In 2004, USD 259 relinquished oversight of Wichita Area Technical College. Sedgwick County picked up the ball and proceeded with a $54 million commitment to a new aviation technology facility at Javara Airport. But now, USD 259 wants to resurrect its abandoned technology need in a last-minute attempt to garner air industry support, and in so doing added an additional $20 million to the original $350 proposal. Why would we duplicate something that will exist elsewhere? And when does a critical need become critical? Finally, we find no documented evidence where improved facilities have bolstered student achievement and lessened dropout rates despite all the good intent. Kansas City, Missouri is one example. They spent $2 billion in the 1990s. Student achievement did not rise, dropout rates did not improve. Before we embrace $370 million worth of capital expenditures, let's agree that academic achievement is our #1 priority and focus on what it'll take to accomplish that. The defeat of this school bond could be a beneficial springboard to realizing that business as usual is not succeeding in preparing our kids for the future. And we must look to the numerous failures and successes in other communities if we are truly committed to our children, to giving our children the necessary tools to compete in a global economy. Let's commit to proven alternatives and futuristic online education opportunities that are proving to be cost-effective and at the same time allows a child to go at his own pace for subject mastery. Vouchers, school choice, charter schools, homeschools are not dirty words. The Wichita Eagle editorial board recently dismissed a group of bond opponents as "you people just want vouchers," as if that were all the reason not to take opponents seriously in their concerns. These alternatives strike fear into the hearts of educational bureaucrats and teacher unions. Well, you know what? It is not about them. The DC Opportunity Scholarship Program helps 1,900 low-income kids attend private schools. There's a waiting list of 1,000 children. In turn, this has generated additional federal investments in DC public schools and DC charter schools as competition is allowed to thrive. Maine is considering performance-based compensation for teachers based upon Denver's 4-year pilot model, where significant learning gains have been made when teachers are compensated for student achievement and for taking jobs in high-need subjects in tough schools. The number of teachers applying for these jobs has increased 8-fold. Charter schools are outperforming their public school counterparts in California, while 10 out of 17 LA schools voted to fuse educational reform with grassroots democracy to manage their schools, giving principals more autonomy. Chicago kids are given the opportunity for school choice via scholarship programs, while their parents are required to attend monthly meetings, thus engaging the parents. Support for school choice in Black communities ties in the form of Black communities in the form of voucher bills has passed in Cleveland, Milwaukee, and New Orleans as Democrats and Republicans realize the system needs fixing. Longtime school choice opponent, Reverend Al Sharpton, now advocates more charter schools and greater accountability, saying, "We keep going to the old ways that don't work to protect the political careers of some and contracts of others at the expense of our children." This proposal bond, like many bonds across the country, is a referendum on administrative bureaucracy that equates progress to shiny and new. And however well-intended, we have a school board that follows rather than leads. The mantra would appear to be, go along to get along. With little concern for a waning economy, with no transparency when it comes to posting district test scores or pertinent information on its website, with an inability to state how many classrooms it has, but yet knows how many it needs, we have tolerated a bureaucracy that refuses to consider cost-effective alternatives and a bureaucracy that refuses to embrace and explore the successes of other districts. I urge you not to support this bond and to send a loud and clear message that student achievement is what this community cares about. Thank you very much.